This is the Self-Preservation Society. I'm Basil, broadcasting truth and therapy. Here I am using the talking stick. Basically, I'm talking of myself and my journey, and I'm just sharing it here in the hope that it may empower, enlighten and enable you, whoever you are that listen, to do your own introspection, going within. Because if you don't go within, you go without. And come to your own awareness, freeing yourself from the program that is the matrix. Are you ready to be unplugged from the matrix? Or are you merely finding ways to validate it? That's a question you have to ask yourself. Because if all you're doing is reading and learning without going within, then all you're doing is making yourself a better slave. I learn and I listen to others in order that I may become more aware. Not to become a better slave, I seek to become more aware. And that's what I invite you to do. That's why I do what I do here on my channel, to empower, enlighten and enable you. But the truth is, we're too focused on the program to understand where the program comes from, how it starts, this, that and the other. It's great, I think. You could hate your fellow human being with a vengeance, but you're puppet masters. You can let them get away with anything. and we do. We let them get away with anything. From the indoctrination and the programming that your masters have instilled into you over generation over generation over generation. That's what you're doing. And you can kick, fight and scream all you like, because that's what you're supposed to do. As a human being, you're supposed to kick, fight and scream against anything that will shatter your illusion. That's what you're supposed to do. You've been programmed to do that, genetically programmed over millennia to do that, through selective breeding. If you don't seek to become more aware, then all you're doing is becoming a better slave. That's not for me. And the mind, like the ego, is controlled and dominated by puppet masters, dark, demonic, satanic, spiritual forces in the seen and the unseen, the heard and the unheard. I'm more than aware of that, and I seek to change its impact upon me, and I seek to change the impact that I have outside of me. And to do so, I have to understand that which I truly am, and not this experience. Black, white, yellow, red. It's not what you truly are. Your true self has no gender. The soul has no gender. It's a brilliant system. The way it controls, I have to doff my cap to it. Not in respect, but in recognition. In recognition of how powerful the system is that controls us. You have to understand, seek to understand, comprehend the information you're receiving. That's where the knowing comes. That's where the awareness comes from. Otherwise, you'll be forever proving or disproving a point within the control system that torments you and dominates you. There's Tories, there's socialists, there's Republicans, there's Democrats, etc., 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 etc. You see how fucked up human beings are? And you see how quickly it took to fuck up mankind that I've expressed in this broadcast as those indigenous native peoples that human beings first met when they landed in the Americas as the Pilgrim Fathers. At least 100 million indigenous peoples on the Americas, what we know as the Americas, have perished, been genocided, and those that have left have been sent to schools and put on reservations and this, that and the other. Think about it. Think about what we and our forefathers have, as human beings, have done to mankind, and take responsibility. It's not Klaus Schwab's fault. It's not Bill Gates' fault. What bothers me, what frightens me, what scares me is that people that give them power. And that's human beings. That's us. If you don't make up your own mind, somebody's going to make it up for you. They'll school you. Look up the word school. The etymology of it is the training of an animal. And you're classed as an animal. As a human being, you're classed as an animal. You were created initially to serve, to be a slave. That's what human beings were created for. To serve and to be a slave. You can continue being a human being. Incarnation after incarnation. And you will forever serve. You will forever be given bread and circuses to appease you. When you wake up to know what it is to be a man, you won't need those things anymore. When you understand what it is to simply live, food in your stomach, water, clothes on your back, shelter, that's all you need to live. You won't play and dance to their tune and seek a living. It's a great, massive step to take. So much indoctrination to break down. But if you don't see that it needs to be broken down, then you'll never break it down. And if you never break it down, you'll come back incarnation after incarnation, not you the person that's listening to this now, but you the soul. Not you the spirit, you the soul will come back incarnation after incarnation to do the same thing again and again and again until you wake up. Don't blame Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, or any of them. Take responsibility and act upon it. Self-awareness, self-knowledge, self-knowing. If this message resonates, share the message. Don't share me, share the message. But most people are just commentating on what's going on. Very few are offering you a solution, and the simplest solution is for you to find out who you truly are. And you can do that by going within. And if you don't, you'll forever go without. Share the message, don't share me. Share the message. Share the message. Speak the message. Be the message. Be the man. Be the man. Plamia, thank you. In Akash, you are seeing another me. Mitakwe Yasin. We are all related. We are all relatives. But I tell you, we're all connected. Learn what that means. Become aware of what that means. Have a knowing of what that means.